90% of graphic designers are struggling financially, and it's not because they lack talent or they don't know how to design well. The real problem is most designers think like an artist instead of business owners. In this video, I'll break down why clients actually pay designers, the mindset keeping most creatives broke, how agency owners think differently, the shift that changed pricing, confidence, and clients. If you want to become a high-income designer and build a real creative business, this video is for you. Subscribe for our weekly content on graphic designing, branding, creative business, and agency growth. Now let's get right into it. 90% of graphic designers stay broke, not because they are not talented or because AI have taken over the industry, and definitely not because there's no money in design. They stay broke because they think like designers instead of thinking like business owners. And this mindset quietly destroys careers. You will see a graphic designer, an amazing graphic designer with an amazing work, who does so much. You see them busy all the time, but they are always charging peanuts. While an average designer who understands business is making thousands of Ghana cedis or dollars every single month. Why? The question you ask yourself is why? Because clients don't pay for nice designs, they pay for outcomes. And once you understand this, everything changes. Most designers are taught the wrong thing from the beginning, including myself. We were taught, make it beautiful, learn typography, learn color theory, learn Photoshop, learn Illustrator, follow trends, make the design more artistic. Now, don't get me wrong, those things actually matter. But here's the problem. Beauty alone does not make businesses money. And businesses don't invest in design because they love art. They invest in design because they want more customers, more trust, more sales, more attention, and better position themselves in the market where they find themselves. So for example, a restaurant owner doesn't care if the flyer you design for them has a perfect alignment if nobody walks into the restaurant at the end of the day. A skincare brand doesn't care if the packaging design you did for them is the one trending now, if customers don't trust the product. A church doesn't care if your poster is creative if nobody understands the message that you are passing across. The design industry confuses artistics with effectiveness. That's why many designers are underpaid, because they are selling the creation instead of solving an actual problem. Let me tell you something that actually changed my entire perspective. Clients are not buying designs. They are buying what designs do for them. That's a complete different mindset. Think about companies like Apple. People think Apple is successful because their designs are beautiful. Apple's design works because it communicates simplicity, premium quality, trust, and easy of use. Every design decision supports the business goal. That's strategic design. Now compare these two designers, designer A and designer B. Designer A says, here is your logo. Designer B says, here is your logo system designed to help your business appear more premium, attract the ideal audience, and increase customer trust. Who do you think gets paid more? The second designer, right? Because business owners don't buy flyers. They buy clarity and outcomes. That's why strategy beats talent in business. Here's how most designers operate. They post random works online. They wait for clients to message them. They charge low prices. They compete with thousands of other freelancers. They focus on only the software skills, and they wonder why they are struggling. The problem is they built a skill, not a business. And a business needs positioning. As a designer, you must position yourself well. Communication, marketing, systems, sales, confidence, and problem solving. That is why most designers stay stuck. They charge cheap when designing logos. Their clients are always having endless revisions with them. and they are always dealing with difficult clients. Because when you position yourself as someone who can use Photoshop, clients treat you like a tool. But when you position yourself as someone who helps businesses grow through designs, your value changes completely. That's the difference between a freelancer and an agency owner. When I first started designing, I cared mostly about making things look impressive. I wanted other designers to say, wow, this is clean. But over time, I realized something very painful. Other designers were praising my work, but businesses weren't paying premium prices. And that forced me to rethink everything. So I started studying branding, marketing, consumer psychology, sales, communication, business strategies, and suddenly my designs became more valuable. Not necessarily more artistic, but more useful. I stopped asking, does this look good? I stopped seeking validation from fellow designers. And I started asking, does this flyer communicate clearly? Does this attract the right audience? Does this build trust for the brand? Does this increase conversion? Does this support the business goal? That one mindset shift changed everything for me. It changed how I priced, my confidence level, the type of client I attract, and how businesses respected me. This is the uncomfortable truth many creatives hate hearing. There are average designers making more money than talented designers. Why? Because they understand value. A business owner would rather hire a designer who helps them get results that they need than a designer who only makes things look artistic. You can be the best designer in the room, but if you cannot communicate your business value, clients will always negotiate your price. So how do you actually change? There are a few things you should start doing immediately. Learn business. Study marketing, branding, consumer behavior, and understand why businesses exist. The second point I'll talk about here is ask better questions. Before designing anything, ask who the target audience are. What is the goal of whatever design you are coming to work on? What action should the people take after seeing the design? What problem are we solving here? Is it branding? Is it communication? What problem are we solving here? Stop posting only pretty work. Show strategy. Show the thinking process behind whatever you do. Business owners care more about results than putting effect on your design or whatever you do. The fourth point is build authority. Don't just act like a designer. Act like a consultant, a strategist. Act like someone who understands business growth, not just pushing puzzles on screens. The fifth point is increase your standards. Cheap clients come from cheap positioning. The way you speak, your portfolio, the kind of content you post out there, your confidence, they all affect how clients sees you and how they are going to price your work. So, no, most graphic designers are not broke because they lack talent. They are broke because they were taught to focus on only design instead of business. And once you understand this, your entire career changes. You stop chasing clients, you stop competing on price, you stop trying to impress other designers. You start building real value, because the designers who make the most money are not always the creatives. They are the ones who understand how design affects businesses. Finally, if you want to learn how to think like an agency owner, how to position yourself as a premium designer, and how to build a profitable creative business. Subscribe to the channel. That's exactly what we talk about here. And comment below what you think is the one thing that keeps most designers broke. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.